one sore point is the fact that your guild, probably more than others, have had members who had health issues and who had to come public with their health issues. As the president of AGN, how do you feel when you hear names like Amechi Monago, Mr. Ibu, and people like that come out publicly to ask for assistance when they are ill?
I don't feel very okay. It is one of the things that we have often discouraged. But it goes down to the same thing I just mentioned. We're in a society where you get what you have given. If as an actor, you're working for 20 years and every of those 20 years, you were paying your dues, you were signed up to the health program, when you fall sick, what you have contributed will begin to deal with you. You begin to deal with it first before crying to the public. Regrettably, all of these persons that will cry to the public will always have a way of managing them, that they shouldn't go to public, but they don't wait. They don't have the patience to wait. Like just a few days ago, I went to see Amechi Monago in Neu Teaching Hospital where he is, and we have approved at the National ESCO certain amount of money from the trust fund to be released to him. And I've also set up another new committee I call the Actors Health Intervention Fund, whereby actors can monthly put funds there. So when you're sick as an actor, instead of rushing to the public first, you come, let's see how we can manage you, you know. But you know, we're also in a society where people don't help you until you cry, until you keep shouting. When the case of Ibu came up, I cannot reel out what we have done for Ibu, you know, from the position of the guild. I know that the chairman of the patrons board, Ned Nwoko, at some point kept Ibu at the Turkish hospital in Abuja for months and paid. You know, I cannot continue to say, okay, we have done that. As at the point when Ibu's case was, you know, becoming recurrent, I let the family, the people that I was close to know that you have to do this or do that for you to continue. But they seem to be quick to rush to the internet because everybody just wants the soft money. It was during investigations which I involved the police that we found out that they were just using the man to scam. Today now, somebody is gaming to collect big funds, somebody is gaming, and we have said, no, this is a property to take care of Ibu's health. Nobody should have access to this fund because public fund. They must know how their money is being spent. So the police is involved fully now. The AGN says nobody should access this fund unless it is for Ibu's health. If you didn't have a car before Ibu became sick, please manage yourself as we managed him before until Ibu gets well. If Ibu now gets well and stands on his feet and anybody around him needs a car, he should be able to authorize the car, authorize anything, authorize any kind of withdrawal. With police investigations, we are also aware that there were some remittals from that same account, you know, by persons who were supposed to concentrate more on taking care of Ibu. All that we have stopped as a guild. We have dealt with that because this is just what they want to rush to. We have also had senior members of the public, either from the religious people, who have often used our members to create kind of public ridicule. You bring a sick actor who has large fans and you put large sums of money on him and use it to say that you are helping the actor. You know, such things create a lot of distance to my senses. And these are people that you will go and meet ordinarily and tell them that you have some actors that are sick and we need you to show support, either put money in our trust fund, and they will rebuff you. And the moment there's an actor who seems to have clout within the social media space, runs, says he's sick, you carry millions and put on the person's hands and begin to say, we are helping the actor. When you didn't even get medical report of the actor, you didn't find out what was actually needed, which is part of what we're doing in the HMO. Before you go out to the public to cry and say you need money, can we see your medical report? Let us know what is wrong with you. Because after some time, now the public will be tired of giving out this money. This person cries today, this person cries tomorrow. When you get there, nobody is going to give you a history. Somebody was crying foul that he needed AGN support, needed sickness. I got to a senator who represents his zone and presented his matter and said, look, we need your support. Right there before me, he picked up the phone and called the person. I said, they say you are sick. He said, yes, so what level do we now? Well, they say I'm going to go abroad for treatment. For what now? He couldn't tell. The next thing he said that he needs transport money to go back to Lagos. Right before me, the senator transferred 400,000 naira to him. Since it's transport you need, you can now see that the person was not even able to present his case. A case I have already presented as if to say, okay, if you don't do anything now, this person will die. So we now say, fine, if you're sick, you must pass through the process. Let us get to know who your doctor is. Let us see the doctor's report. Let us see evaluations. And we now engage our HMO to begin to seek for help for you. Then when money is needed, we don't know where to get money. The trust fund is there. We still have benevolent patrons and friends of Actors Guild of Nigeria that can afford to say, okay, come and collect 2-3 million naira and let's be doing something. So we are fighting as much as we can to really curb this issue of jumping onto the internet to beg for money. And by next year, when we'll be doing our health week or health day, we'll make it categorically clear that if you're an actor and you're not a member of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, you will not benefit from any of these health assistances except at a certain age. For crying out loud, you cannot be working in Julius Berger and expect to get paid at Dume's or CCC. So if you're an actor, one, you must be a member of the guild. Then if you're a member of the guild, you must be a due-paying member who signs on to all programs of the guild. So when you fall sick, now we now see reason why we should rush to your aid.
Now, do some of these actors on their own start their own treatment thinking that they do not need the guild, and when it goes out of control, it becomes unmanageable, they now run to you? Honestly, they just say, look, maybe we do not need to engage the guild.
Very possible, very possible, very, very possible, because I've had circumstances like that. But you see, if you have an HMO, if you are signed up to HMO, you should be able to know your health status regularly. Because the HMO is there. Anytime you feel your body feels, you just go to the hospital, you're taken care of. Each hospital you go to will take your vital signs. With your vital signs, they'll be able to know whether you're having BP, or you're having blood sugar, having this and that. So that will even help you know which way to go. But ignorantly, they don't want to sign up. And because they are not signed up, when they now fall sick, they don't know how to come to you. After some time, they just hit the internet straight because they believe they have a lot of followers. But the truth is that Nigeria's internet space is a space where every week one trouble. You might rise up this week and say you're very sick, and it will rain for like 2 weeks. After that, something else happens. So you go and sulk with the money you were able to get in the first 2 weeks, and money stops coming.
Mr. Ibu's wife apologized at a point, and she said that maybe she was manipulated to say what she said about AGN. What do you think about that?
Of course, you see that we kept quiet to all of that, because when she was making those accusations, I knew very well that something was wrong. It will not stop us to acknowledge the fact that Ibu still remains an actor, and of course from our fold. So we do the things we are doing from behind without necessarily joining issues with the wife. If not for Mr. Ibu, we wouldn't know who the wife is. AGN is a professional body, and if you're not a member, you're not a member. You cannot be a member by proxy. So she is not our member, so we cannot join issues with her. When the Director of Communications came to make clarifications, she only made clarifications to online viewers who are fond of bashing AGN. So she made clarifications on how far we have gone in respect of Ibu's health. So it was regrettable and that the woman had to come online to spit all of those that she spat. And coming weeks, many weeks later, to start apologizing, like we have often discussed, communication is not complete if there is no feedback. You know, a lot of people had taken their stance, believing that AGN is just making noise. And then there are organizations as well who had wanted to do things with us, and on hearing that, pulled out. So we count our losses as well. So, but we cannot blame her. We'll just leave her to her fate. We'll just leave her to her fate.